Hi everyone, it's Kendra Aris and welcome to the Twice as Bright Limelight Palooza 2016 breakout session that was held in Orlando, Florida in August of 2016. I did this breakout session with Lindsay Colomb. She did a part on branding yourself and how to brand yourself on social media, and I did 10 tips for attracting the right people with social media posts. So I'm going to go over that part during this video. And these are tips for attracting the right people, the right customers, the right network, the right potential recruits for your building your network. And we're using attraction marketing and social media as the platform. And these are all going to be Facebook posts for you to relate to. So my first tip is to be yourself.
Hey everybody, it's Kendra, and I'm here today to show you the Sharpie test. I have been given a challenge many times to use my foundation to cover Sharpie, because if I use Sharpie on my face and cover my foundation with it, it must be the best foundation ever. I'm not trying to be too sarcastic here, but I just want to show you why this challenge doesn't prove anything. Here is my Skin Therapist lotion, and I want to show you that this too can cover Sharpie on your face. Watch. Isn't this magic? It's totally magically covering the Sharpie on my face. Wow. And this is actually what your foundation does too. It just breaks down the oils in your skin, and the oils in your foundation just break down the Sharpie and dilute it down all over your face. So when you do the Sharpie challenge, it's not actually showing the coverage of your foundation, of any foundation. I don't care what kind of foundation it is. So let's stop putting Sharpie on our face. I doubt it's good for us. And let's start showing off what our makeup can do without the Sharpie test. Have a great day.
So why does this kind of a post work? Well, let me just tell you that I had been asked many times why the Sharpie test doesn't work. And so this post was to make a point. You can see I'm not wearing any makeup. This was at the end of the day. I wasn't ready to do a video, but I was asked the question. I decided to answer it. And it was kind of an instinctual thing. So use your instincts. When you have things to be said, say them, but be yourself while you're saying them. You can see I didn't do anything to boost myself up. The second tip is it's not always about you. This was a post that I wrote about my sister. She has been a successful Limelight beauty guide, and she originally joined because I kind of strong armed her into it. She decided that she would sell just enough to pay for her Christmas gifts and then to pay for a vacation to Florida. She's one of my top beauty guides, and she's been very successful as a beauty guide and with makeup. And I just wanted to share that I was proud of her. The reason a post like this works is because it's relatable. There's a little bit of humor involved. We're talking about her achieving her goals and her being recognized by me. It's not about what she's done for me, but about what she's doing for herself. And of course, I was speaking from the heart. Those things come out very authentically to people. And when you're not trying to say, join my team, a lot of times people want to join your team. So you can see after I posted this post, Kim Potter, who is a customer of mine, decided to comment that she's thinking about joining. And I wouldn't have known that she was thinking about joining had I not just put out a nice and authentic post about my sister. The next piece of advice I have is to keep it simple. So in this video, it's 30 seconds. It's quick to the point. I can put it on my Instagram. I can put it on Facebook. People are going to see that I'm sharing a tip that's easy and it's shareable. When you're first getting started with social media, you may notice that other people can put out videos or live videos that are 30 minutes, and their audience will sit and watch them and hang on every single word. But when you're first getting started with building your brand and building your social media presence, you'll notice you can't get that kind of audience and you may think you've done something to fail. I promise you, you haven't. But what's important is that you start to share content so people start to see you as an expert. So, easy, quick, and to the point tips or short videos that keep people's attention and don't make them wander off are going to be a huge asset to building your brand. The fourth tip that I have is to express gratitude, say thank you often. This is a post that I did to thank my upline and also corporate for coming to a training event that I held in Pittsburgh. You can absolutely see that we are in a beautiful location. We were out on the balcony of this mansion that we had the event at, and I am in this post just thanking my upline and thanking my support team immensely, and that I couldn't do this without them. Having gratitude posts that show how you're supported is really important as you're building yourself as a leader. People want to see that you're not on your own in this, that you have support and you have encouragement from both your upline and from corporate. Get creative. This is what people will refer to, and you'll hear it all the time, as a lifestyle post. This is a post that I did while at Daytona International Speedway. And we were standing on Victory Lane, and I'm super excited to be there. I have these great reflective glasses on, and I'm sharing in this picture. My husband is smiling back with a big thumbs up. So let me just tell you, that was not a single take picture, and there were a lot of people standing around that I had to strategically make sure that they weren't in my picture because that wasn't what it was about. But this isn't about the lipstick, but it's totally about the lipstick. I'm not talking about the lipstick. I'm not like, hey, look at me, I'm on vacation and I am wearing great lipstick and you're not. But it's kind of about showing off without showing off, making people smile and being creative with a photo to get people's attention. In fact, this photo I shared on Instagram, and it was shared by a Daytona Visiting Bureau type post, as being their favorite post from Daytona Beach that weekend and or that week, and I thought that was pretty amazing. My sixth tip is a picture says 1,000 words. This is a picture from the same Daytona vacation, but here I'm at the Shores Resort and Spa. Woke up that morning and went to do my makeup and just kind of saw an amazing photo op in front of me. So, yes, I spent about 6 minutes setting up this picture. You can vaguely see a cup of coffee, you can see my makeup brushes, obviously the beach and the sand and the sunrise um, out in front of me. Using some hashtags like Wake Up and Makeup, Vacation 2016, Daytona Beach. Those are all hashtags that many people would use. And this, I didn't say much of anything else other than good morning. This is one of those situations where letting your photos do the talking is can mean a lot more than saying anything. As you can imagine, who wouldn't want to wake up to paradise here and do their makeup in the morning with the roaring waves out there? And yes, definitely strategically placed products that people are going to recognize are vaguely shown in the picture to create brand awareness. So to get a great picture and learn to play with those filters to make them look even more amazing. My seventh tip is to be relatable. This is another picture where I didn't say much, and the hashtag Aunt Kendra likes to party is one that I use on Instagram all the time. This is just a post and a photo showing everyday life. I'm a stepmother and I'm an aunt, and I had my niece and nephew and my daughters with me. We were on our way or on our way home from, I believe, the fair, and we had a great time, as good of a time, anyways, you can have with twin 4-year-olds at a fair. But this is about showing off just everyday life. That I'm no different than anybody else. And yes, my hat has a Limelight L on it, and that is definitely purposeful. And my skin happens to look pretty amazing. But showing that you have time to do these things in your life as a Limelight Beauty Guide and that you can look good and feel good doing it And again, that Limelight L is showing brand awareness. It's people are going to start associating that L with you. Tip number 8, taboo subjects. Um, I have come to know that politics, religion, and Pokemon are some subjects you may want to stay away from. But if you are going to talk about taboo subjects, um, positivity goes a long way. This is one of those posts that I decided to talk about Pokemon Go. People were in an uproar about the game and how stupid it was. And I decided to put a positive spin on it and about how we kind of went out on some adventures with our Pokemon Go app, and my daughter and I walked 3 miles and learned a few things about life and, um, played around with the game and just had a really good time. Um, I'm staying neutral. I'm saying, maybe this is a dumb game, but this is a great way that we used it. And notice that I'm throwing things in there. It's not about my business, but when I have time to go walk for 3 miles with my kids, that's showing that I have quality time to spend with my family. And that's important to people in social media or in network marketing. Number 9, um, sometimes it's great to be disgustingly positive. I don't do it very often, but occasionally the spirit will move me. And I believe on this particular day in July, um, I had come across some situations where two people had just really thought that, one person thought the other person was out to get them. And there was a lot of assumptions being made that turned out to be completely untrue. And I decided to share with the world without saying anything in particular about that situation, but really putting a positive feeling. Everybody has felt like someone is out to get them before, and everybody has made an assumption that wasn't good. So I just wanted to share that. What if we changed that? Eh, I love the quote, be the change you wish to see in the world. I love that quote because I believe that there is way too much negativity in this world as it is. And if we go out and purposely inspire people, lead by example, and try to change that, that we're going to attract people that want the same thing. And who wouldn't want positive and change, people that want to inspire change on their team? My last tip that I'm going to tell you is things to avoid in your social media posts. Saying, in quotes, join my team. I would challenge you to find somebody that actually got somebody to join their team simply by saying, join my team. Instead of saying, join my team, show them why they should join your team. Show them why, through these lifestyle type posts, being a part of you and your organization would be the best move they ever made. Don't copy and paste is the second of these things to avoid. Um, when you copy and paste somebody else's post verbatim, it not only starts to set up a Facebook algorithm that it could be a spam post, but it also doesn't show yourself authentically. So, absolutely use people's posts as inspiration, but instead of copying and pasting, take their idea and put your own spin on it. Avoid the emoji overload. If you've ever seen posts that have like 100 emojis and hearts and check marks and dollar signs and all of these things that a lot of direct marketing um, people do, it doesn't resonate well, and it shows a spammy type a spammy type feel. Um, it's not authentic. No, nobody actually talks with that many emojis. I guess unless you really did talk with that many emojis all the time, maybe it'd be okay. But for the most part, emoji overload is very spammy and it doesn't work. High pressure posts are also to be avoided. Telling people that they have to join today or else they're going to miss the boat or they're going to miss something huge, making it seem like if they don't join this minute that something terrible is going to happen will push more people away than it will attract. So like I said, again, show them why. There may be a reason why. Maybe there is an incentive for the month to join for a particular month, and maybe um, you want to make sure people understand that if they want to get in on this, they need to do it by the end of the month. There's ways to do that without being high pressure. Avoid passive aggressiveness. in all of your posts, if you're upset with somebody, work that out in a different way than going onto Facebook and saying, I can't stand people that um, that talk about politics, and you know who you are, and you know what I'm talking about when you complain about somebody without actually saying their name. Those kinds of passive aggressive posts don't get you any friends, and they really turn your audience off. So watch what you're projecting out there to other people. Negative feelings will not want when you're projecting negative feelings, people are not going to want to be a part of your organization. And like I said before, politics, religion, and Pokemon, stay away from the strong opinions. If you have a strong opinion, understand that you're going to divide your crowd instead of multiply your crowd. People are going to agree with you or disagree. And the people that disagree could go away altogether or never have enough respect for you to actually be a part of your organization. So stay neutral when you can, stay positive always, and avoid those strong opinions on a public forum. In private, by all means, if you want to have a conversation about Donald Trump or your how strong your Pikachu is, go for it. But on your public page, when you're trying to build your brand, that might not be the greatest of ideas. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned a little bit more about some tips on having great social media posts and on moving forward to build your brand and to build a successful way of growing your network on Facebook.